shut the doors.
45 rounds in here inside room.
Is this you?
I mean, is this me?
What color backpack do you have?
Orange?
There's a guy upstairs. Are you upstairs?
No. Are you in downstairs?
No. You friendly, buddy? He's
Yeah,
right in that room, dude. He's right in that room. Watch out. Hey, bro, you friendly? We're friendly.
Is that a hunter backpack over beside you?
Yeah.
Friendly, man. Friendly.
Is that Yuzuku?
Sorry, dude. I could barely hear your mic. Did you say that you're friendly?
Yeah.
Alright, nice. So are we. Are you by yourself?
Yes, and you?
No, I've got, it's me and one friend.
That 9mm will.
Alright, I'm taking a leap of faith, dude. I'm gonna put my gun on my back and I'm gonna walk in, okay? Alright?
Me too. Hi, man.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Nothing. Searching.
Yes, so are we. I was looking for a 45 magazine. I can't find one.
You need 45 magazine.
Yeah, just the magazine. I've got like a ton of bullets. I found one of the new 1911s, but
There's a
I don't have a
1911 laying in
magazine.
there on the floor. Between the bunks.
No,
Pretty
that's
sure.
the CR75. That's the new one.
Ooh, I want it.
Okay. And you, friend?
Yeah, he's out. He's out in the hall looting stuff. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to find somebody that's friendly. Most everybody else just shoots on sight.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye,
That's
guys.
right.
See you later, man. Be safe.
You too.
Nice bandana.
You're such a gentleman, Seth. Always a gentleman. So, I've just logged in. And I'm hearing a lot of sounds out there, like player sounds, but as we all know, in a high population server, there's a lot of sound glitches. Like you'll hear ammo being combined and all that kind of stuff. So I can never really know if there's actually a player outside. Being in here, if I just run out there, I'm sort of at a huge disadvantage. So all I have is this Mosin. And I also have a 1911, but I have no clip for it, so I have to chamber one round at a time. And so you can see there are a lot of people on this server, so I'm a little concerned. There is a water well right out here. Doesn't look like the door of that building's been opened, though. I would hazard a guess to say that if anybody was around, they would have looted that building. But earlier on, I was playing with a buddy, and now I am back to flying solo. So I don't have any black up, but I'm gonna try to head down to the new city. I am, of course, playing in the experimental branch right now, so I was gonna head over to the one of the new towns that's just been added in the experimental branch, and maybe take a look around, see if I can find anything interesting. So here we are, coming up to the new city that they just added. I have no idea what it's called, but it's actually just right up the road from the last new city that they put in a patch quite a while back. But the new city, Svetlozarsk, it's actually just right up the road from that. So we came here before. In fact, I would say 90% of the loot that I have right now, 90% of my equipment probably came from this city when we were here before. So it's a pretty decent array of things that you can find here in this city. There's a fire station. There's a lot of storage lockers. I believe there's maybe 4, maybe 5 different sets of them, of storage lockers. So you can usually find, clothes and junk like that in there. So if you get a spawn at Svetlozarsk, it's a pretty great spawn now. They've increased the range at which you spawn, because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but it seemed like every time I would respawn since the last patch, since they moved all the spawns around and stuff, I was pretty much spawning exclusively at Solnichny. So oh, damn it, those scarecrows scare me every time. Anyway, but yeah, so they've expanded that out, and it seems like you can actually spawn now pretty far up the coast, because I actually found this city because I spawned at Svetlo and ended up making my way up here. I was thinking that I was going to like loop around and maybe hit the airfield and Krasnostav, but I ended up finding this on the road. I saw it from the railroad tracks and stuff, so liked what I saw, stayed. As you can see, they've added some new clothes. I've got this, let's see, what is this called? The flat cap, which is pretty cool. And then my personal favorite, the pea coat. They're the beige wool coat, but it's essentially a pea coat. And they've got some that are like this sort of plaid checkered look to them. They're really cool. And I'm sure that when they add, and they're 4 slot, which I like. I'm sure that when they add, hot and cold and stuff, where your character actually gets, colder when it's cold outside and stuff like that. Because I read that was in the works as sort of a end game sort of thing. But whenever they implement that, assuming that ever happens, these will probably be pretty great little jackets, and I just like the look of them. So before we go into the fire station, I'll show you one more thing. They've also added a new building, which in the same town you can find this. It's sort of like this log cabin like building, which I think is really cool. I really like the inside of it. They took a lot of time. There's a lot of detail inside it that I really like. So this is the inside. This is the new log cabin building. Found this when I came in, but I haven't really found a lot of loot in here yet, so I'm not sure if they haven't gotten their loot sorted out or what exactly, but I haven't found a whole lot of stuff in these buildings. But yeah, so this is one of the new buildings, and I think it's pretty solid. I like the look of it a lot. This would be a really cool kind of structure for later on when they add base building, depending on how they implement that. But if they implement it sort of like how it is in Epoch and stuff like that, where you can sort of barricade structures that are already on the map, that would be a pretty cool base for, you know, like you and a couple of friends. I think that that'd be a pretty sweet base. But let's go ahead and check out this fire station, then I'm going to get out of here. I don't like to linger too much. Sort of makes me nervous. Looks like they have not yet fixed that glitch, which is fine by me. A lot of times, a lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of times you'll find some stuff spawning in up here. I've found like weapons and things up here. Here's another 45 clip. I do believe, well, he might be running a 9mm, I can't remember. But just in case Seth is running a 45, I'll go ahead and hang on to those. But whilst I'm up here, this will give me a good opportunity to show you guys the 1911 here. This is the new 1911. You can see I've got a weapon flashlight on it, but it's pretty sweet. I love it. I love the Trojan guy on the side there, but it's I have a soft spot in my heart for the 1911. I've just, like, every game that has it, for some reason I'm just drawn to it like a moth to a light. But I really like it a lot, but right now I just don't have a stupid clip for it. So unfortunately I can only chamber one round at a time. You can see I've just got one lonely little bullet in there, and stuff. Another thing that I've noticed, someone is eating. I don't actually know if that's a player. Damn it. It seems like the more populated the server, the more like random sounds like that you'll hear. And it's very difficult to know if there's actually a player near you or if it's just a weird sound bug. I mean, I don't like to just shoot on sight, but if somebody comes up that ladder, I'm gonna have to shoot them. Okay, so we're still on the roof. There is definitely a player right below me. I just saw him through the window there. I really hope that he doesn't decide that he wants to come up that ladder. For some reason he was able to get all the way up the steps, and I didn't hear his feet on the metal steps. Didn't hear that at all. But I did definitely see a guy run by right there. I only saw a tiny glimpse of him because you can only see a little bit into that window, but it looked like he had camo on. Maybe an orange backpack? Not sure. But time will tell, I suppose. There we go. Yep, orange backpack. There he is. Still sort of paranoid. Somebody's gonna bust up this ladder all of a sudden, but we should be good. Lost him in the trees there. Yeah. There we go. Just keep an eye on this guy. I'm hearing more reloading and stuff down there, but I just can't tell what's what. If that's actually player sounds or if that's just DayZ being DayZ. Not sure. I think I might have heard another player down there. Little feet. Cute little feet running about. Not sure. But keep my ear to the ground for a second. Alright, there's another player down there. I knew it. Not sure where he's gone. I lost him in this red tree. I knew I could hear somebody down there. I knew it. Oh shit. Don't do it, young blood. This is ridiculous. Are those legs down there? Seriously, are those? Not sure what the game plan is for this guy. Honestly, they look... Is he dead? They seriously look kind of straight out, not bent like mine are when I'm laying down. Did he fall off the ladder and die? Alright, well... I'm not completely confident that there's no one down there right now. It looks like maybe this guy fell and died. I figured if he was unconscious that he would have gotten up by now. I've been waiting for a couple of minutes just to see what that was going to look like, how that was going to pan out. But right now it's looking like the sun's going down and it's starting to rain. It's starting to get wet. So I think I'm just going to take a chance. I really need to get home. Mom's going to start to worry about me. But let's just Hopefully I won't get shot coming down this ladder. Oh. M4. I'm actually kind of interested in that. Yeah, I wonder why I can't take it into my hands. Now, the only problem is I will not be able to climb down the ladder with one of these in my hands. Alright. I'm wasting way too much time here. Looks like a lot of this stuff got damaged or ruined. Let's see, what was in there? Oh, it's this. Dang it, that's going to be ruined now. Or the ammo inside, it's going to be ruined. But I've got one, he had one in there. So let's see. What I'm going to do is, this might be a bad idea, but I think I'm going to put my Mosin on him. This can be a little tricky to get down here sometimes, but please don't shoot me. Well, we made it off the roof. That's a plus. I was thinking about going back for the Mosin, but honestly, I'm just gonna take what I can get for now. I'm just gonna go ahead and head out. Figure I can probably find another Mosin a little easier. Plus, as of right now, I don't have a friend that I can give the Mosin to, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that behind. Head back home. Alright, so I'm almost back home now. Heading back home through the woods here. Gonna try to link up with Seth and see if we can't maybe travel to a different part of the map for a little while and maybe find some military loot or something. So far, this has become my little home. in the chicken coop here. But anyway, I can't believe that guy. I don't know what happened to him, why he was laying there dead. I really didn't want to get into a firefight with him. Looks like he's got irons on here. I really didn't want to get into a firefight with him, you know, like, if he had poked his head up over the threshold of that roof there, man, I was gonna have to light him up and stuff. I figured that we would, you know, if he really wanted to get on the roof, we were gonna be at a stalemate, but, apparently, he got DayZ'd, so, I have no idea what happened to him. But anyway, so I'm gonna see if I can't head out, maybe get some sleep here, and head out tomorrow and see if I can link up with Seth, and maybe we can find some more loot. I hated to leave that Mosin behind. I feel like he probably would love to have that, but I really didn't want to get myself cornered in the tower of the fire station in case somebody came. So we'll see what happens. But for now, I guess I'm gonna just have a seat and get some rest and head out and find Seth here in a little bit.